is probably maybe my favorite tricep exercise, just because you can load up on a little bit more weight. Also, by having that your elbows up above your head, it's going to be focusing a lot on that long head of your tricep, that big part back there, which is the biggest part of your tricep. So if you're really starting out with that and going the heaviest earlier on in your workout is going to help you get those bigger arms. And so for these exercises, we're going to be going for sets of 15. So we're not necessarily going super heavy. You do want to use a weight that you're going to be failing, or is you're going to have your palms facing back towards you, and then you're going to be going alternating curls, and we're going to keep that elbow in the same spot. You really want to focus on letting your arms hang straight down, and then at the bottom of the curl, you don't want to completely lock out your any little bit. Don't ever rest it completely. Go into the next curl, get that peak contraction at the top, squeeze at the top, release it back down, but don't go to lockout. You want to stop just before that and get into the next curl. You're going to go for 15 reps each arm, so there's going to be 30 total reps because you are going alternating next to the pulley and your arms are straight. Well, if your arm is straight and it's pretty much almost parallel to the cable, there's not really much work down to there. You're doing that 7 times as controlled as you can. After you get that 7 times, now you're going to start here. And you're going to go from here to here and back up to there and back down. You're going to do that 7 times. After you get that, then we're going to finish it off with 7 full reps. And you're going to go all the way up to the top, all the way down to the bottom, squeezing, all the way up to the top 7 times. And so that's going to be 1 set. You're going to be doing 3 sets of these 21s, and you're probably going to have to drop weight each time and definitely start them. And what you're going to do are 21s of easy bar curls. So here, same concept, but instead what we're going to do is we're going to start it with at the bottom, and the first 7 are going to be from the bottom to halfway up. So bottom to halfway up. That's going to be the first 7. You're going to go from there all the way back down, from there all the way back down. So curling. Then the second 7 are going to be, this is going to be your starting position. You're going to go from about halfway up all the way to the peak, back down to halfway, all the way up to the peak. 7 times right there. Then you're going to finish it off with 7 full reps. Clean, squeezing, not throwing your weight into it. Like I said, start a little bit lighter, because when you do those full reps at the end, it's going to be very difficult. Then you're going to rest for a minute after that and repeat it 2 more times. So 3 sets of 21s for both of these, and I guarantee your arms are probably more dead than they have, because people always forget about it. So by putting extra emphasis into it, you're getting more tension on the bicep. So that's exercise number 1. All right, exercise. I'm going to get into a nice position. I'm going to have my elbows in that same spot the whole time. I'm going to bring this weight up with a neutral grip. And then as I get just past my knee, I'm going to start to bring my palm to face up. And back down. Other side, neutral, palm up. And back down to neutral. Just like that. So keeping that elbow in the same spot the whole time. Really focusing on squeezing it up at the top. You're not going up. You're going to curl this weight up, squeeze at the top, back down, nice controlled manner. Squeeze it up, control it on the way back down. If you're going the inner grip, down in the middle, shoulders back, squeeze it up, squeeze at the top, control it on the way back down. Curl it up, squeeze at the top, control it on the way back down. Because of all time, simply because it really works your bicep in a different way than normal and really well. So you're going to get into this incline bench, you're going to lean back. Now the whole emphasis here is that your elbow is behind. I like hammer just because it goes along the line of your body. If I supinate my wrist, I typically end up hitting myself. So keeping those elbows back, you're going to curl this weight up, keeping that elbow in the same spot, squeeze it up to the top, drop it back down. You can do it both sides alternating. You can do them both sides at the same time, but just make sure you're keeping that elbow back, because by keeping that elbow back behind your body, you are going to be smashing, can you guess? There, you're going to take this and you're going to keep these your elbows in the same spot. So when you curl up, you're not dropping your elbows back like this. You're going to keep your elbows in that same spot. You're going to curl forward and up, squeezing at the top, back down. Other side, keeping that elbow in the same spot, back down. You can do them both at the same time if you want. That's a lot harder, obviously, because you're doing both at once. versus squeezing up to the top, back down. Make sure you're getting that full range of motion, controlling the negative, squeezing it up to the top, controlling it on the way back down. So that's gonna be exercise number. So grabbing this just inside shoulder width, you're going to lift this up. You're going to have that in, and then as you lower this bar, you're going to lower it down lower on your body than you would a regular bench press. The regular bench press would be somewhere up here. You're going to be down here. You're going to keep those elbows tucked. You're going to press up through and back down, elbows staying tucked, going down below where you normally would, and back up. Down, elbows tucked, up, and keeping the elbows tucked throughout the entire movement, really focusing on pushing with your triceps. So here's on an incline bench. It just helps me feel it better in my triceps. But one thing that's a little different with my form than I think most people's form is most people start right here. My issue with starting right here, it's great when you're going down, it's great right here, you feel it in your triceps, but you press it up and you get up to the top and I'm no longer putting tension on my triceps. I'm pretty much just resting because my arm is straight up and down. Versus starting back here. Now my tricep is already being engaged. I can go down, I can keep my elbow in that same spot, I can feel the stretch of my tricep, and then I can press this weight out and get all the way to a straight arm, and I can still be working my tricep. So full extension of that elbow, and I can still work the tricep versus right. This is gonna be your starting position. Just past 90 degrees with your elbows, and a nice strong position, your chest out, shoulders back. You're going to press this weight down, keeping your elbows tucked in, squeeze out at the bottom, really focusing on that tricep mind muscle connection, going back up in a nice controlled manner up to just past 90 degrees and pressing back down, squeezing at the bottom. Back up past 90 degrees, squeezing at the bottom. But you're not going too high to where now you can create a little bit of momentum. You don't want any of this, none of this. You want controlled. Either way, it's going to be great. One thing that I personally really don't like is an underhand grip. That's just really just going to make it more difficult on your arm to get this weight down, and it's not really going to be adding anything to your tricep. So just having this overhand right here is going to make it a lot stronger. It's going to be the same thing with any kind of other cable extension. You're going to step back slightly, and you're going to be in your starting position right here. So just past 90 degrees, then you're going to take this weight and you are going to drive it down to the side of you. One thing you want to be careful of is not to drive it down into your body like that. You want to drive it down, and you want to get that full, like almost as if you're not trying to push any weight down and you're just extending your elbow. Do you extend your elbow down here? Do you extend your elbow out, or do you extend your elbow straight down? Well, extending your elbow straight down is what's going to work that tricep. So really focus on just getting that elbow to go